Hi everyone, my name is Monika Wawrzeczko and I'm lettings manager at letting agency Elite Club Properties, agency which is operating in South and West Yorkshire in the UK. Today we are just in the front of the property which belongs to one of our clients. It is in Barnsley. And we are here today because the landlady has agreed to share her experience of working with letting agents. She had some bad and good experiences, so those of you who are already investing or are just looking to start into investing in properties may find her feedback quite useful. So yeah, let's come in then.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
Ewelina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very good, thank you so much. Welcome to Tropicana House.
Thank you.
Please come in.
Wow, I have to admit that I'm very impressed with this garden. It's really beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. This is our recent project. We recently did the whole design and completely makeover of the garden, because we did some fencing, we installed this shed for the tenants so they can keep their bicycles. We did a nice decking so they can actually relax and sit and admire these beautiful evenings and days, sunny days. Exactly. So I think it's very important so they can feel like home.
Yes.
And it wasn't like that, trust me. Before.
Yes, I
It was a big project, but I've had some good feedback, so I'm really happy. Thank you. I started investing in properties. It was an opportunity for me to explore my creativity a bit, and I really enjoy it. So this is one of the reasons why I like properties investments, not only because it actually creates a great wealth, but as well you can just enjoy it if you enjoy this kind of thing. So I like to add a little bit of my design and touch, a personal touch into each of the houses. I mean, this is my second property at the moment. This is about the first in the UK. So this property in Barnsley. It's a 4-bedroom HMO, but I purchased it 2 years ago as a 3-bed property, and we did the full refurb into it. There was some damp issues as well, and also I've added up a new additional bedrooms, so from 3 to 4, and currently the property is rented out to 4 individuals.
Who are really enjoy the house.
I really enjoy it because it's a nice and cozy, it's a pleasant place to be. So I really always pay attention to the quality, not so much quantity but quality, and then
we do.
yeah. So that's why we get on so well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Same values.
Yes, and this is very important to have the same values.
Yeah.
So maybe just for the beginning, because some of our property investors may not necessarily know you yet. So if you would like to share with us how have you started in property industry?
Yeah, and so I came back from my traveling, 2 years traveling around the world, and then I just wanted to create a nice base for myself and become financially, not so much free, but financially secure. And I thought that investing in property is a great way of generating wealth. At the moment I don't do it full time. I've got a full-time job, but I'm slowly building up a portfolio. So like I've mentioned before, this is a second property at the moment, which I did some refurb to and some modification. And yeah, so this property actually, I'm not based in Barnsley, I live in London, so this is a project that was a challenge, because obviously I don't live here.
Yeah.
So it has to be managed, so I had a management from the beginning, I had the refurb management, and I had later tenancy full management in place.
Right, okay. And how did you find the experience with the company who has done the refurb and management of the property?
Yeah, so I heard about this company from someone, so obviously I didn't really have so much time. I just thought that I can trust that, company, and so I just fully let them do the refurb. Yeah, they managed the property for me for almost 2 years, and unfortunately I really wanted to end the relationship because it was quite disappointing, I've got to say, it's not what I expected. There was quite a few issues there.
Right, I see. So, can you tell us a bit more about how was the experience? What was wrong? What kind of problems?
Yes, I just simply felt that the agency has no control over the house and over the tenants. From the beginning, they never took deposits from certain tenants, so I've only found out about it later on when they moved out, and I was at loss. There was issues with some payments. I had to constantly keep checking how much I'm receiving and making some corrections. And I just felt that I have to be totally hands-on instead of hands-off, and just keep checking what they're doing instead of just relaxing. Exactly, which was the whole idea about me having a management company that is charging quite a premium price for what they're doing.
What about managing the technical aspects of the property?
So it was a refurb management. There were quite a lot of issues, including ceiling falling because nobody had a control over leaking pipes. Obviously there was nobody at the property, which I didn't know about then, so that was an additional cost, but there wasn't any. But things happen, so I just kept trusting that person and just let them manage it for 2 years until I just had enough.
I see. Right.
Yeah, communication very difficult. I was not notified about issues, even though I stressed that this is something important for me, because I noticed few red flags in the beginning. Very bad attitude, at moments intimidating, and kind of felt lack of respect towards me. And so it was quite difficult for me to manage in general and work through issues, even though I've tried on many occasions. Yeah.
Right, I see. So when it came to time when you have decided to change the agent, did you have some fears towards change the agent, such as maybe I'm going to take another agency but they may be similar?
Yes, of course, because obviously I had a bad experience, so I thought it might be very difficult to find someone good because people just like to talk and they don't deliver. And it's obviously difficult, and time will tell, So yeah, it was quite difficult. I was always worried, who am I going to find, especially where I don't live in the area. I would probably, if I could, I would manage myself. To be honest, it was getting to that point where I was thinking to manage myself but I can imagine having a full-time job, and that would be a very stressful experience for me. So yeah, I really wanted to find someone good, but yeah, I was worried.
So, in your opinion, what good personal qualities a good agent should have so the cooperation between agent and the landlord goes well?
Well, I think the most important is the great communication skills, because that agent has to communicate with both parties, with the landlord and with tenants. Needs to also listen to their needs. Each person is different, each landlord is different, each landlord wants a different level of involvement within the property. Some landlords want to be involved, have control over it, especially with those one with bad experience. You want to have a control after you have a bad experience, and some landlords, they just want totally pure hands-off, especially where they've got a big portfolio, then it's really hard to follow. But obviously, if you know you've got a good agent, then you are more relaxed and you're not so much, don't want to be so much involved. But so yeah, good communication skills, trustworthy, very important, understanding, like I said, needs, and also knowledgeable, professional at the same time, knowing how to approach tenants and people. And I think a good agent should be also quite motivated and committed to what they're doing, passionate. Like at least you need to feel that, and obviously hardworking. You know, it's a hard work to be an agent, good agent, because it's not always easy. I don't think so, to be honest. So yeah, like I said, trustworthy, honest, very important, because they've got to manage your money at the end of the day.
Yes, and
So
this is your asset for many
it is.
years.
You don't want to keep asking them about your money or some discrepancies that appear every month, for example. So you just simply don't want to do it, you know. Yeah, communication is the key, I think, in this kind of business. You know, you've got to be a people person, I think.
Yeah, I think it's important as well, working for the landlord's interest, yeah. You know, making sure that you are achieving what your landlord needs.
Exactly. You know, that should be initially understood from the beginning when you meet the landlord, when you have an initial conversation. You know, that should be really understood, and then it should be delivered, you know, later on. So it's really simple, you would think, but
In reality,
yeah, exactly.
it's difficult.
It's difficult, and I found that too many agencies, they might be very good agents with great intentions, but sometimes they're just losing control simply because they don't have enough staff, or they have like too many properties portfolios, and you just literally, you know, that they have 24 hours, like, you know, you just simply physically can't manage. So, which is, you know, unfortunately not our problem, you know.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I do believe that there's many high street agencies that they are successfully doing great work for their clients, but I think it's very important that, you know, they all have the same values. So starting from management and cascading to the employees, because, you know, otherwise there's just no way that this is going to work.
Yeah. Exactly. Sooner or later, we will just fell.
This, why have you decided then to choose Elite Club Properties to manage your property?
Well, I met Monica and Elite. I met you a couple of years ago, I think that was, and I remember that time I was already having some issues, but that was just the beginning stage, so I was just giving a chance to that agent. But since I met you, I just thought that you are quite professional and you are very knowledgeable, because obviously you've got experience already, like working how many years with tenants? With tenants, yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, exactly, in that market, in the UK market, which is very important. So yeah, I was just watching your journey quietly. And at the same time, I was just being very good to my previous agent, and I was just, you know, hoping that our relationship will improve, and you know, it will work out fine. But yeah, at the end it didn't.
So Ewelina, why have you decided to trust our letting agency? At the beginning of our career, really, we were still a very small and new company on the market.
Yes, so like I said, I was following your journey, and obviously my relationship with the previous agents is just got to the point where I was like, that's it, you know, I can't take it anymore. And I remember that you were actually taking some more properties, and I have had such a good opinions about your agency, so I've decided to have a chat with you. And I remember we had a very long conversation, and I remember I did my due diligence because I was asking you so many different questions based on my bad experience. So, you know, simple questions like, oh, do you take a deposit from a tenant? Do you reserve it in a deposit protection scheme? How long is the deposit? How do you deal with rent arrears, for example? Right? How do you monitor tenants? Like, do you have a regular contact with them? What's your relationship with your current tenants, for example? That was important. What other questions I was asking? Like so many, I think.
Yeah, just generally.
In
how do you
general, like,
manage?
what's your experience? Because I know that you've got many years of experience already with tenants in the UK market. So that was important for me because I didn't know that you actually know the regulations very well. So you are fully compliant. So that was important. And in general, like just having that normal chat to find out about your personality as well. You know, will we actually get on? Well, are you a trustworthy person? Are you committed enough? You know, will you deliver? Obviously, it's hard to find out, but just trying to find out. You know, how will that communication will that communication be easy in the future? So, yeah, that was a long conversation. Obviously, I think there was many case studies about based on my previous experience, how would you react in this situation? What would you do if tenant does that, and so on?
So I think it's really important to ask these questions because then it gives you an idea how what you can expect from the agents, what can happen, and then if there's any problems, what's going to happen after. Obviously, first of all, are they going to be proactive and prevent from certain problems from happening, and then are they going to communicate? Are they going to act in your best interest, or just think, oh, doesn't matter?
Yeah.
We're still going to get commission. Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Many agencies does that, unfortunately. So you've got to be aware.
How would you describe your experience then of cooperating with us since we started?
Oh, great experience. Thank you so much. I'm really, really glad, and I'm so pleased. Honestly, like we've been already working together for quite a few months.
Yeah.
And it was quite challenging for you, I must say, because it was during the
lockdown. Yes.
But I really, really like and appreciate your positive attitude. I know that you're really working hard, and I know you're doing everything just to, keep me happy. Because there were moments where it was hard at some point, but you just, kept going, which is great. I like the fact that you are letting me to have a control. And
you are the owner.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
No, exactly. But
otherwise,
I'm kind of like obviously now I would like to. Maybe my bad experience, I would like to have that control, and just at least initially. But honestly, I just feel so much at ease since I have you managing this property. That honestly, like I don't have to worry about anything. And I really like the fact that you are checking the tenants. So whatever the current tenants I've got, they're really nice and they're good tenants. So. I know you do the thorough check, and you're always communicating with me, and you keep me up to date with the stages of applications, and I really appreciate that. Even I'm not always able to answer immediately. At least I know that I have that message from you, and that puts me at ease a lot. So I like that. Yeah, just your attitude. That's what I really like. I would really recommend your agency to anyone, Ellie's Club, to everyone who is struggling at the moment or just starting, so they don't have to have a bad experience.
Actually, I was just going to ask you to summarize,
Yes.
But you've just done it now.
Yeah, no, certainly. I'm so happy that I've met you. Thank you so much.
No, so yeah, from our perspective, I can say that I'm very pleased as well that you have decided to give us a chance and manage this property for you. As you know, it was our mission from the beginning to be able to help the property landlords and investors to succeed. We always have this in mind, managing the properties and finding tenants for the properties, knowing that this is going to provide financial freedom, or just generally financial wealth, for our clients, and that's what why they are entering into this risky business. So there's a lot of trust which is
Challenging.
required, and as well knowing, what the environment is like with the agents. All of the stories we get to hear about agents, taking the rent being, okay, all of the marketing you hear from the beginning, and then you do have the good experience, but then they disappear, one day with all your money, or saying,
many things can happen, honestly.
So, we do thank you for your trust.
Thank you for your hard work and engagement.
It's our passion, so we are pleased to be able to support you as well and to see you happy. That's at the end of the day our goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, and this house now, I know it's in the good hands. The refurb is fully done, tenants are happy, they can enjoy the garden now as well, and that's it, I can focus on different things right now, so I'm really pleased. This is the bad story, the horror story, it's the past, and now I can just focus on my next goals, so very important to have that comfort.
And we will do our very best so you will have the same experience till the very last day.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Ewelina, for inviting us here as well, and sharing your experience. I think it will be very useful for many landlords. Hopefully they can as well learn from your mistakes.
Maybe I regret that I left it for so long, you see, because I just wanted to be good, maybe I wasn't too assertive, or I thought that maybe I'm wrong, and these people are correct. Sometimes I thought, but I would say that if you see few red flags, then look elsewhere, get some opinion, and just take care of your business, of your money.
Because at the end of the day, it's a business. As
It
you
is,
mentioned
exactly.
before.
It shouldn't be as emotional as it was.
Exactly.
So,
So thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching as well, to everyone who has spent the time watching this video. If you have liked the video, please like it and share with others who may be also interested in learning a bit more about this subject. Hopefully that's going to contribute to success of many property investors. So thank you again, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.